Hello everyone. Today we will continue our topic Salmonella from Enterobacteriaceae group. I am Dr. Sharad Deshmukh from SS Jaiswal College, Arjuni Morgaon. We will continue about the pathogenicity of the Salmonella. So in this case, Salmonella are responsible for mainly the three types of the clinical syndrome, that is the enteric fever, septicemia and food poisoning. Earlier we have already seen about the enteric fever. Today we will see about the remaining two aspects, that is the septicemia and the food poisoning. First let us see about the septicemia. As everybody know, the septicemia means it is the growth and multiplication of the microorganism and producing the toxic substances in the blood. And we are also aware that what is the bacteremia. The term bacteria means only the presence of bacteria in the blood. So we already know this basic concept. Among the Salmonella species, mainly Salmonella cholera suis and paratype C, that is Salmonella paratype C, is mainly responsible for the septicemia. And the septicemia is occasionally caused by the other species of the Salmonella. So these two species are mainly responsible for the septicemia. So this infection occurs also routinely like the oral route, and there is an early invasion of the bloodstream, and that will produces the various local suppurative lesions in the different organs, and ultimately this may give rise to the osteomyelitis, pneumonia, pulmonary abscesses, meningitis or the endocarditis due to the spread of this organism through the bloodstream and affecting the various organs and causing these various lesions. So next to the septicemia, now we will see about the food poisoning, or it is also referred as the gastroenteritis. So this is also one of the major infection caused by the Salmonella species, and it was first isolated in 1884, that is the Salmonella cholerae suis from the intestine of the pig. And various serotypes which are involved in causing the food poisoning or the gastroenteritis are the serotype enteritidis, then typhimurium, Newport, Javinia, Heidelberg, Montevideo and Mucine's strain, which are responsible for the food poisoning. Among these, the Salmonella food poisoning, which is mainly caused by the species common in the other than the Salmonella typhi. And the food poisoning is generally, it is the infective type of the food poisoning, where the multiplication of the organism occurs in the food, that is before the ingestion as well as in the intestine also. It is the causative agent from among these, the mainly is the S. typhimurium, then S. enteritidis and the S. Newport, that is the Salmonella Newport. Although I have mentioned the earlier various types, but among these the most common are the Salmonella typhimurium, and typhimurium is the major cause of the food poisoning caused by the Salmonella species, in addition to the enteritidis and the Salmonella Newport. In this case, the human transmission of the Salmonella food poisoning occur mainly by the fecal-oral route, that is either by direct consumption of the contaminated food or also by the indirect mode. And commonly contaminated items that include mainly the food responsible is the meat, eggs, and also the transmission occur through the water. The fecal material from the reptiles, then chicks, the ducklings, and the livestock like dogs, cats and adult poultry that may also responsible for the transmission of this infection. In this case, the incubation period of this gastroenteritis, that is the food poisoning, may from the 12 hours to 24 hours, or it may extend up to the 3 days also. In general, it is mentioned that it is 12 hours to the 24 hours, but it can extend up to the 3 days also. It may be sometimes in the asymptomatic or to the severe form that can occur, and all serovars can produce the all forms, and mainly the reptile is associated is the most severe form of the infection, that is mainly the gastroenteritis from these strains. Now what are the various the clinical signs about the gastroenteritis? That mainly includes the nausea, vomiting, cramping in the abdominal, pain, and the diarrhea. That is the most important characteristic seen in case of the gastroenteritis caused by the Salmonella species. And the diarrhea may be in the bloody form, that can also be seen. There is also the headache, fever, chills, and the myalgia. The severe form of dehydration may occur mainly in the infants and the elderly persons, that can result into the severe dehydration form. And the symptoms may resolve in about 1 to 7 days, and the sequelae is referred as the Retter's syndrome, commonly known as the Retter's syndrome. This is about the pathogenicity of the Salmonella. Now we'll see the next part in the next lecture.